that polarising. You are quite a polarising figure. You're quite a recognisable figure.
I have seen that recently. Yes.
Yes, that's true about you. So, will you continue your life here in Victoria, or do you
absolutely.
need to move away?
No. This is my home, and the thing about it is this: for all the kind of negative stuff that you get from time to time, and it's not the best feature of modern politics, some of the stuff that's said and written, but it's there and it doesn't bother me. It's never ever fazed me. I have a very, very thick skin, and you need that to do this job. But again, that's the thing. It's not about me. The role is too important for that. The work is too important for that. People can say whatever they want about me, good and bad. It's always been about the work, and there's a body of work there, and I'm very proud of that. And now it's for somebody else to continue that work.
Will you be voting at tomorrow's caucus meeting?
Well, there'll need to be a vote first. That'll be a matter for colleagues, matter for people whether there's more than one candidate.
What advice would you give the person who takes the role from you?
Well, only if there's more than one candidate.
But if there is more than
I'll be at the caucus meeting. I'll be at the caucus meeting, and if there's a ballot, then I'll be participating in that ballot.
So just to be clear, you formally step down as of 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Correct.
And you expect to hand over to whoever's the
Well,
caucus.
a new Premier will be a new leader of our party, and a new Premier-elect will be chosen at the caucus meeting around lunchtime tomorrow. I'm going to visit Her Excellency the Governor, who I've spoken to this morning. I will go and visit her later on today and provide her with the relevant paperwork, and my term in office will end at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Did you call your good friend Anthony Albanese?
Yes, I've spoken with the PM.
What did he say?
Oh, he was a bit shocked, I think, but he wished me well, and I made a really important point. I think I thanked him for the fact that finally, at last, we have a Prime Minister who might be from Sydney, but he's not just for Sydney. He knows where Victoria is, he knows how to build things, he knows how to get things done. He's been a dear friend of mine for nearly 3 decades, and I said to him, thank you for the partnership to this point, one that will only grow and become stronger and more meaningful for Victorian workers, Victorian patients, Victorian students, for everybody.
Are you confident that your successor will continue to build on your legacy and be able to maintain the support of the Victorian people at the next state election?
Well, that'll be a matter for them. They'll need to work hard, and they'll be, to the extent that legacy is an issue for them, because it's not really one for me, because I've worked this out a long time ago, and you might have a different view, you guys, but there's 2 types of people. There's people who fixate on these things, and they don't tend to build a legacy. They're all about themselves. I've always been about the work. Work hard, and then work harder again. And the results will speak for themselves, and people will form their own views. And I'm not giving you a big long list, because quite frankly, self-praise isn't worth much. It isn't worth much at all.
If you had one thing you could do again, differently, what would it be?
Well, the thing is, James, you don't. I'm not a regretful person. I don't look back. I've always been focused on the future. I'm sure many people would have answers to that question, and they might run to more than one thing. But that's a matter for them. This is a democracy. I've never been about being 100% popular, because if you try and chase that, I replaced that. We defeated that, right? If you try and be 100% popular, and you are essentially scared of doing anything that might upset anybody, you get precisely nothing done, and then you finish up deeply unpopular. I worked that one out a while ago too. It's for others to judge what I've done and not done, and you don't get a do-over, sadly.
You've mentioned not wanting to become resentful in your role. Had that feeling started to creep in?
No, not at all. But the kind of precondition for that, which is spending a bit of time, not a lot of time, because I don't have a lot of time, like you're pretty busy, but when you start thinking about, when thoughts of what's next and what if I wasn't, when they start to creep in, as I said, you owe it to the people that you love, who give a lot, and you most certainly owe it to the people you serve to say, it's time, and you move on.